bringing you the news and information you need from the people making a difference. This is Comcast Newsmakers.
Hi everybody, welcome to Comcast Newsmakers. I'm Mark Curtis. We're talking about the state of education in the state of California today, and in particular the Cal Grants program. I'm joined by Michael Beseda, who is the Vice-Provost of St. Mary's College of California. Vice-Provost, I want to make sure I get that title right.
Thank you,
Good
Mark.
to have you here,
Good
Michael.
to be here.
Let's talk about the Cal Grants program. First of all, educate folks a little bit. Tell them what Cal Grants is, and then we'll get into the problems it's running into.
Sure. It's a very old program in the state, started in 1955, so it's over 50 years old, and it's a scholarship program for students going to each segment of higher education, whether community college, CSU, UC, or private schools. And it has allowed generations of students to pursue their dreams for higher education. And the grants can be anywhere from the tuition and fees at a community college all the way up to almost $10,000 a year at a private school.
Okay, and these are for needy students. This is not a merit-based, or is it both?
It's both. It's both for needy students, working and poor students, and there's a minimum GPA required. So you have to have at least a 3.0 GPA to get a Cal Grant. So these are people who have already shown through hard work that they're prepared for college.
All right, we're talking about a program that's almost 55 years old. It's probably put a lot of people in college that never could have gone in the first place. Now we come to the budget crisis in California, and there are proposals to cut the Cal Grants program. What would the impact be?
There's several things. One, you have all of the students, Mark, who currently, right now, in the middle of June, are planning to go to college in the fall, who could be facing an issue of how do they afford to go to college. But more broadly, in the long term, there's a whole issue for the state of California of where the educated workforce is going to be that the state needs to maintain its leadership as an economic power. As you probably have heard, the state projects almost a shortfall of 1 million college graduates in the next 15 years to fill positions. And if you cut the Cal Grant, those students aren't going to be there.
What happens then? I mean, you know, we have a situation in California. They just opened, the state just opened UC Merced. Of course, there's been caps put on UC and the CSU system. Community colleges are booming because of that. But unless the funding is there, I mean, I guess I'm asking, you know, the most difficult question is what's the long-term solution for all of this?
Yeah. Well, long-term, schools already are putting more money, more of their own money into financial aid to try to cover some of the needs of students. But long-term, the state, as it did back in the 50s and 60s, has to recognize that the real gold in California is the educated population that creates value through innovation, through discovery. And here in the Bay Area, where we have the Silicon Valley and we have the biotech industries, we can vividly see that our economic future depends upon having these educated citizens who can create this value. So long term, it's a question for the state of California. Do we want to be an economic power, and are we going to educate our citizens to support that?
What would you recommend people do now? I mean, this budget crisis is just starting to, you know, swell up again in Sacramento, and it's going to have long-term implications. The economy is still down as well. What do you want people to do in the short run?
The best thing for people to do is to contact their local legislator or contact the governor and tell them not to cut the Cal Grant. You know, in a famine, you don't want to eat your seed corn. And that's basically what this cut is. It's cutting out the future of California. So call your legislators, call the governor, say don't do it.
Yeah. Now, is there information on the St. Mary's College website about this?
Absolutely.
About the
you come to our homepage, you'll find it.
All right. Let me give out the information. www.stmarys-ca.edu. Plenty of information about St. Mary's College of California, plus the Cal Grants program and what folks can do to try and save it. And again, Michael Beseda, Vice Provost of St. Mary's, thanks for joining us today. And certainly folks can call their local legislators or Sacramento as well and register their complaints. Thanks for the valuable information.
Thanks, Mark.
You're welcome. All right, thank you for joining us on Comcast Newsmakers. I'm Mark Curtis. We'll see you again next time.